Your Mondays just got a whole lot more exciting as you have chosen to join us for the most exhilarating family television experience. My goodness. Well, good morning to you. Yes, I should give you the greetings. You deserve it. Welcome. Welcome. And nothing is going to come in between us and having maximum entertainment this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. It's a beautiful Monday morning. I'm super chuffed. In fact, I'm thinking to myself that if days could continue this way, I don't know, the year is going to end very well. And I'm sure you're as positive as I am. My name is Mary Basha Alimi, and Titi is somewhere in the building. You'll definitely see her in a bit. However, let me tell you something that we have in store for you this morning. Before I give you what we have in store for you, though, let me let you know that you can watch us on GoTV channel 16 or UHF band 49. You can also follow us across all social media platforms at TVC Entertainment _ using the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Download our app, that's the TVC Entertainment app via Android and iOS stores. And be sure to, of course, watch us on YouTube live. So that way you can take us wherever you go and watch us absolutely anywhere across the world. That's TVC Entertainment on YouTube, or for Facebook, of course, at TVC Entertainment _ Now to what we have in store for you on the show this morning. It was an exciting weekend of football across the top leagues. So this morning on The Beautiful Game, we will be talking about the matches played over the weekend. It's Monday.
Yeah, it is.
Titi is here. I did say she was around.
Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Titi.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good. So another packed week.
Yeah.
Yeah, another packed week coming our way. And October is slowly coming to an end. Goodness me.
So October for me started really fast. Like it just, this moment you're hearing, it's October 5, October 10. And then from October 15, it started being like this.
Really?
And I'm like, Shele, what's going on? October, keep moving now. And then it's been slow.
There are also a lot of really amazing birthdays this month as well. MM's birthday was over the weekend.
Yes,
on Saturday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, MM.
Happy birthday, girl.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm waiting for our goodie bag. Don't worry.
Which good?
The goodie bag must come. It must come. Yeah,
But really, how was your weekend?
Yeah, so it was a really interesting one for me. I spoke at, let's say I facilitated at the Speak Her conference. I was representing my husband because he hasn't been around for a bit, but it was all about teaching people how to master the stage. So master the moment, master the stage, being an MC, all the do's and don'ts. And it was really an interesting experience watching people take notes. People brought out jotters and I'm like, wow, they're listening to me. You know that feeling? And you wonder how important it is to have mentors and teachers, people able to pass on information to the next generation of MCs. That's what we do.
And you know something about experience? I was talking about it yesterday evening on my show. Of course, I'm sure you listen to the Mary Alimi show on Sundays.
Yeah.
6 to 9 p.m. Please listen. It's on Max FM. Okay, so just yesterday I was talking about experience and why experience is expensive. So you see somebody, trying to get a particular job or working at a particular job, and the person is earning, say, 10 naira. And the person is wondering why the next person is earning 30 naira for the same role.
Sure.
And you forget that what that person is bringing, the value that person is bringing is the experience. That's why it costs more. Because you're saving your clients time, money, and so many things. Unlike you that are still doing trial and error.
Yeah.
And that experience is what they tapped from you.
Yeah.
And of course, you get to tap from experience.
So I know we have to wrap it up, but there's a word I want people to go and Google out there.
Okay.
Glossophobia.
Glossophobia.
You know what that is? The fear of public speaking.
Fear of public. Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We're just going to gloss over it and check out the weather.
I love that. Hello and good morning. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Thanks for joining us. Vice President Kashim Shettima will lead Nigeria's delegation to the 2024 Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting scheduled for the 21st to 26th of October in the Pacific island of Apia, Samoa. Vice President Shettima is expected to join King Charles of England and other world leaders from 56 member countries at the first CHOGM, where they'll deliberate on the theme, One Resilient Common Future, Transforming Our Commonwealth. In a press statement signed by the Vice President's media aide, Stanley Nwokacha, the Vice President will participate in the People's Forum organized by the Commonwealth Foundation for the People to engage with leaders on global development issues. He is also expected to use the platform provided by the Commonwealth Business Forum to further attract investors to Nigeria. Now we take you to Ondo State, where the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Abdullahi Ganduje, has assured party leaders and members of the APC's unwavering support for Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa. The APC national chairman was in Akure alongside Governors Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos, Abiodun Oyebanji of Ekiti, and Dakpo Abiodun of Ogun State. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who is the chairman of the Southwest Governors Forum, emphasized the need for the party to mobilize effectively ahead of the election.
Aspirants come here together. That big, happy family is what we want to come here and unite. That big, happy family called the APC family is what we want to come here and strengthen and say to you that none of you will be left behind. Nobody will be taken for granted. Nobody will be left behind. All of you are important. All of you are strategic. All of you are critical to the delivery of our election in November 16.
We have a duty to ensure that the achievement of Arakunrin Akeredolu is not reversed. What he worked for, what he labored for, we cannot afford a reversal of those achievements. And we have a duty to keep Ondo State within the progressive track.
And I want to say that the true heroes of today are the Wale Akintarinwas, the Shola Okes, the Kekemekes, and all the other people. The first among them to go to court after the primaries, we went to him on the floor of the Senate and said, you cannot be here and be taking our party to court after this primary.
Second point that I want to make, this election is won. Second point that I want to make. You know that my law office shares accommodation with the PDP secretariat. You know that, Abi? Me, I am angry that some two governors of Southwest come to discuss India and talk about another party. Do you understand? We can't have that. In 2027, starting from Ondo, we must have the 6 governors of the Southwest on the platform of the APC.
Outside Nigeria, at least 87 persons have been killed and more than 40 injured in Israeli airstrikes on the city of Beit Lahia in northern Gaza. The health ministry says the number of people are still under the rubble after a residential area was hit. Recent weeks, the Israeli military has been carrying out intense bombardment of northern Gaza, insisting it will prevent Hamas fighters from regrouping there. According to a senior UN official, the nightmare in Gaza is intensifying and the war must stop now. Humanitarian groups have warned that virtually no aid has entered the area in the past few weeks. And now for sports. A prominent Libyan football official, Abu Hadima, has called for tough sanctions on the Libyan Football Federation officials responsible for the crisis that engulfed the suspended Libya-Nigeria Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match. Hadima, a former president of the Al-Dahara club, asked for the dismissal of prosecution and prosecution of those responsible for the crisis. Nigerian delegation to the botched match was held up for close to 20 hours at an abandoned Labrak airport where their aircraft was already on descent, dangerously diverted to. The Nigerians were left without food and water for nearly 20 hours. CAF has already strongly condemned the actions of the Libyans. And that's all we can take on news and sports for this hour, but there is still more. Stay with us.
Seriously, I do. Hey!
Look who it is. It's Mr. Mexicano. Good morning.
People don't know how to welcome.
Good morning, Mikey.
Sorry, okay, good morning, sir.
Ekaro, sir. Ekaro, seriously.
Yeah, great to be here. Good morning.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Good,
Very
good,
well.
good.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Good. Let's go.
Okay, so today we wanted to touch on something that caused an uproar on a radio program yesterday, and I figured we could also touch on it this morning. It had to do with a woman, a single mom who raised her children all by herself, and then her son finally graduated from university, got a job, and his first salary, you know, this first fruit thing, he didn't take it to his mom. He didn't take it to the religious leader like some people did. He took it to his absentee father. And then there was a lot being said about it yesterday. So I'm like, let's talk about it. What's your take on this? What's your thoughts on the boy taking his first fruit, so to speak, to his absentee father?
Okay, so maybe let's one thing, whenever situations come like this online and all of that, we always ask, okay, what are the circumstances? So let's base this just on what we said.
We heard, yes.
Said to know.
Yeah.
And barring any other eventualities that we don't know about, yeah. First of all, I want to, just this morning, even on my way here, we're talking about a lot of deadbeat fathers. It's like it's on the increase. And I feel like it's because of the generations are becoming weaker. And so you have people, because the question that was asked me was, why is it that instinct to care seems like it's lacking in a lot of men these days? That instinct that, you fathered somebody or something, you know, why would you just let go and just go away that way? And, you know, it happens that as we are raising weaker men, yes, 1,000 and all of that, it so happens that this is going on and all of that. But I remember saying something here. Now, how do I put this now? Children are entitled.
Yeah,
Not. I think I saw this off a discussion on Black Table.
Yeah.
And I think someone made mention that, okay, children didn't ask to be born. So there's that entitlement. Yes, that entitlement for them to want something from whoever gave birth to them. But after you do that, should the parents also have an expectation from them?
Yes.
And then note, this
Eventually
woman
when that child
actually,
gets
according
older.
to the report or the story, the woman was the one who spent all she had. Like she paid their bills, sent the boy to school alongside.
But I'll just say that to women in this situation, can they find a way to guard their heart in such a way that
I love what you said,
in such a way that
guard your heart.
I always tell someone, look, you'll be surprised that you get to a level a kid will do what a kid will do. Don't come and go and kill yourself. Is it right or wrong?
Yeah.
You know,
So culturally speaking, even in cases of religion, the blessing of the father is what he is seeking, right? And he deserves to have the blessing of his father, whether the father was around or not. Now, this is not to negate anything the woman has done, everything she has done. And she was probably the harder parent as well. She was probably tough on this boy, probably didn't agree with anything he wanted to do, probably really
Just
gave
has to
him a
discipline
tough
him.
time to discipline him. And a lot of young people don't appreciate this discipline, telling me I shouldn't be coming back after midnight. Mommy, why should I do? You know, those kind of things. And he probably didn't feel like maybe even the job gone, maybe the job, now she push him go do that particular job. Maybe he doesn't even like the job he's doing, but that first fruit, right, he's still seeking for the blessing of the Father.
So I'm actually looking at this first fruit thing from several angles. Maybe because I've been able to ruminate over it for a while now. So on the one hand, there's the possibility that is like, okay, culturally, as you said, and even in some cases spiritually, your dad is entitled to your first fruits, right? Okay, take. This is the one thing I'm going to give you, and that's that.
And that's it.
Don't
Sign
expect
out.
anything from me. I'm giving you this because
That's all.
I'm expected to do it, on the one hand. Now, on the second hand, there's that possibility that the boy and his dad always had a relationship. Now, I'm looking at
That the
this
mother
from
was not
both
aware of,
angles,
maybe.
in the sense that for some women that are not, in quotes, present in their children's lives, sometimes they still have a relationship with their children that the father probably doesn't know about. It's the same thing in this case. What if the man still had a relationship with his children and his wife had no idea? So she might have been foreign, doing all she can to give them the best. And then, of course, at the end of the day, it turns out that the children are still in touch with their dad, which brings me to something else. There's something Mike said, which, you know, we applauded him for, and that's the guarding your heart thing. Parents, be you a single father, be you a single mother, please, I beg of you, take care of yourself. I know there's this need to give the best to your children, being the father and the mother at the same time, trying as much as possible to ensure that your child does not lack. But please remember yourself. So many of these parents give up the possibility of having relationships. They give up a lot.
A future, a life.
Good future. Forgetting that one day these children are going to move out. They're going to get married. They're going to, even if they don't get married, they're going to live their own lives. And so you invest so much in them and then you expect it. And that's another thing. Parents should stop having too much expectations from their children, really. Douse it.
I actually believe that, you know, what you expect from your child is a certain level of respect. What's that term? Yes, you expect your child to respect you, to acknowledge you at every point in time, and you're supposed to go out and represent your parents well. Your parents should expect you to represent them, that family name. When they go out to work, they don't steal, they don't defraud people with the work after they've trained you. So that is what I feel we parents actually deserve, for our children to go out and represent us well. Now, if the children then decide to spend money and lavish on us, all well and good, but really all your children really owe you is going forward and representing you and becoming a legacy for you, to you as a parent. If you're expecting money,
even if you're
expecting...
Even thinking about it, the more we try to think about it, the more there could be a lot of other things that we definitely don't want. But like you said, if you're looking in this kind of situation, the most important person here being yourself. Now, another issue could be, did the mother, because we've seen some mothers who have done all they can to punish,
in quotes, the father.
By taking the child out of their life. We've seen that. We've seen fathers who have fought to be in kids' lives and they didn't let them. So there's a lot that we don't know. But like I said, like for a kid to go to do that, I don't know. I would say that there should be a reason, even though there might not be a reason. So it might just be a case of peer pressure. Hey, somebody has seen that. How this other person relates to the father. I've not had my father. Maybe this is a way for me to connect with that father figure in my life that I have never had. And they use the opportunity.
Forgetting how much it might hurt the mom. And that also...
Even the relationship with the father that you suggested earlier, he might have had a relationship but kept it from the mom to protect her. It's very possible.
And then there was something I said in the makeup room this morning when this first came up. I said, this is me reaching out to all the king mothers, all this, I'm the mother and the father. Look, one day the children will go look for their father or their mother. All that separating them, forget. A child will always belong to the parent. And that's why I always say it. Don't try to do everything yourself. Be you a father or a mother. Try as much as possible to ensure that the other parent is also involved in one way or the other, unless that person is a huge bad influence. But besides that, ensure, as a woman, ensure that there's at least financial aid coming from the dad. Financial support, It is your right to have your child taken care of by their father. It's if you remember, when we were growing up, what we used to hear about the way things were done is a woman doesn't take a child out of the husband's house. If she leaves, maybe there's a separation or something.
That was culture.
The woman is, she leaves the child. But now, many women are, saying, I don't want my child exposed to certain things in my husband's house. So let me take the child in. But at the end of the day, you end up losing yourself as a person. And that happens a lot.
That exposure is scary because there are certain vices and bad influences that certain men and even women too have exposed their children to, that the parent that's leaving is like, you know what, I can't allow this child to experience or to grow up in this way.
Let the child go and meet their father.
What?
Daddy, school fees. Let the man be the one to kick them away instead of her always trying to protect the father. And then at the end of the day,
let's go.
It now looks
let's
like...
go, Mary. Let's go to social media and ask everyone to contribute to this particular matter. Please use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and tag us on Instagram, WakeUpNigeria TVCE. We can't wait to see those comments.
All right, welcome to the kitchen this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. Breakfast is on, Chef Sumsy. It's so good to have you in the studio with us this morning. All right, I'm very curious, seeing this spread. What are we having for breakfast?
We're having this very special delicacy.
Okay, what is it
Oh,
called?
sorry, before I forget. Yesterday was the International Chef Day.
Yes, yesterday.
Okay. I'm making stir-fried pasta.
Okay, so in celebration of the International Chef's Day, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, stir-fried pasta it
I'm
is.
slicing it a little bit with shredded chicken.
Okay, okay. You know what, let's talk about the ingredients. Let's start from this one. The bell pepper. Go ahead.
Bell pepper and carrots.
Okay.
We have a tomato.
Okay, that's a lot of
Nicely
tomatoes.
chopped.
Okay.
Yeah, and we also have
Onions.
We have the shredded chicken.
Okay.
We have chicken sausage.
Okay.
Yeah. And we also have the
Vegetable oil.
Olive vegetable oil.
Okay, so that one is olive oil. This is the spaghetti, which is what you're
Pasta.
using.
Yes,
Okay. Yes. So let's talk about the spices. What are they?
I just have the garlic
Okay.
chopped already, and
Okay.
this is almond sauce.
Almond sauce.
Yeah, I use it sometimes. From
Okay. Well, what effect does it have on the dish?
Yeah.
I know
You
for
know,
oyster
have to-
sauce, I've never tried almond
This-
sauce actually.
Okay. It can also serve as oyster sauce.
Oh, it can also serve as oyster sauce. Almond sauce. I'm going to look for it. Okay, so
So this
curry,
curry and
seasoning cubes and salt. Okay. You know what? We're going to try as much as possible to finish up with the prepping and then start the cooking process. But then let's check out some fact finding. We'll be back shortly. Welcome again to the kitchen this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. Chef Sumsy is making breakfast for us, and it's a special stir-fried pasta in celebration of the International Chef's Day, which was yesterday. Okay, so we've talked about the ingredients, what we're making use of for the stir-fry. Now we're trying to put everything together. As you can see, we're boiling water for the pasta, okay? So when the water is boiled, we'll put in the pasta. Remember, your water must always be boiling water, right?
Yeah.
Before you can put in the pasta.
yeah,
Okay.
it's always
So, yeah. I like how you chefs finally chop things. So we don't have time, but however it comes out.
I can just give a shout out to chefs in Golden Tulip. They taught me a lot.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Okay.
So,
All right, so let's get started.
so first off, when our water gets very hot, you just have to just add pasta.
The pasta. Are you going to put salt or there's no need for
No,
that?
no, no. I'll just have to add a little bit of
Of
this
oil. Okay.
Yeah, to it.
To ensure that there's no, to reduce the possibility of sticking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Small starch, you mix it to
Yeah. So is
Come together.
that oil is enough? Just that little?
just little. You don't need much. It's not frying it. Yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. So the stir fry then.
The stir fry. We can just wait till this is almost ready. So,
Okay.
but I
Let,
can
let,
get
let's,
this.
let's show the process of making the stir fry itself.
All
So
right.
when the pasta is ready, we'll now put everything together.
Yeah.
So what's the first thing?
First thing first, I washed my hand though.
I
but-
know you did. You washed it
Yeah,
twice.
so, all right, so
I was thinking you had an OCD for washing hands.
no. So I add a little quantity of my,
Oil. Okay.
yeah. I love using the olive oil.
Okay.
It's very healthy and hygienic to use,
Okay.
unlike the other. Yeah, so
Okay.
this is the point, maybe when I get to add the chopped onions
Okay.
to it.
Okay. So are you going to just sweat it or it's going to fry it or caramelize? Which one?
I'm just going to stir fry it.
Okay. So
I'm going to make it saute
okay.
to some point, then I'll add a little bit of garlic
Okay.
to it.
I guess you're going to be needing
Like
since,
you need soya?
yeah. So you could take one from there.
All right.
Help yourself.
No, I'm
Okay, so we're trying as much as possible to ensure. My goodness, the smell of onions in hot oil.
Yeah.
This is so nice. Ah, I love onions. I love onions so much, I passed it on.
It's just onions. So we're not
Yes.
started already.
Yeah, but there's something about onions, raw, fried. I love it.
All right.
I love it. Are you going to put the, okay, yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, the garlic first.
So there's no ginger in this dish?
No,
Is
no,
it
no, no, no.
deliberate or that's how you make yours?
That's how I make mine.
Why?
And it's not deliberate.
Why? Why don't you,
You don't
put
need
ginger?
you don't need ginger. Just like ginger is for maybe 6 people. Or
Stop it!
I don't like using ginger whenever I cook it.
It says ginger is for sick people. Garlic is also for sick people then.
It's also like it's medicinal. Garlic.
Yeah, so?
the both works both ways, but I prefer using one at a time.
You prefer using one at a time. So if
Yeah.
there's no garlic, you use ginger.
Yeah.
And if
that's
there's
it.
ginger, you don't use
Sure,
garlic.
sure.
That's interesting. That's actually a first. I'm hearing that for the first time in this kitchen.
No, always a first time for
Yes,
everything.
yes. We learn every day. So for Chef Somzi, he doesn't use ginger and garlic. It has to be either, because there's no sick person in this food.
There's no sickness in this food.
You know what? Let's check out the ingredients again. If you missed them earlier, you can scribble them. Okay, so the onions are going to keep frying, or
Yeah,
is
then
it
I
ready?
want to do something now.
Check it out on your screen right now. Stir-fry pasta with shredded chicken.
Chicken.
That's umbari pasta.
Gambari.
Gambari.
Gambari pasta is also a different kind of pasta. I would have loved to make some, but I didn't get it.
Okay.
It's made of prawns.
Okay.
And making it
Okay.
to
But you
look
decided
very
to just
tasty. I
stick to the stir fry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So since our stuff is already
Okay.
getting late, so we just have to add this.
Oh my goodness.
So adding all of them.
Garlic, onions, and chicken. Match made in heaven. And then you should now put black pepper. But you don't have black pepper here.
No, I don't use pepper.
Dude, why?
I make continental dishes.
Okay.
And most countries they don't like people that like they don't like Nigerian food because of the
Because
pepper.
of the pepper.
The way
Okay.
it's too salt and
Because at this point is when you put in black pepper and then it just gives you that tinge to your food.
this is what I should do.
This is our continental chef today. Oh.
This is what I should do to make it.
Have that.
Alright,
Okay. So that's seasoning.
Yeah,
Okay.
mainly the chicken spice.
Just chicken spice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to let it fry. I think I should reduce the heat.
Yeah, it's very.
It's rather high. Okay, I've turned it down.
Don't worry, I can cook under pressure.
No, we know you are even showing that you can cook under pressure. Don't worry.
I've done more than you, the batting yourself. Know that there's no time to like show it off.
Because you're busy trying to make up the money.
It's not about the money, it's about the way we present our artistry
Through the cooking.
through the cooking.
So
and making people smile.
when
while
this
eating.
fries, what goes in?
When this fries, the next one also
Okay, so
goes along. The chicken sausage and
okay.
this one.
And after that, what happens?
I just have to save this one out first. So when it's done, I can
You
just
now start with this.
Start
So
with
more or less like you're using the chicken oil to do the
Yeah,
rest
sure.
of the stir fry. Okay. Because I'm wondering what you're going to do with the tomatoes. I'm not used to tomatoes in stir fry. I'm actually not used to it.
I still think I'm stubborn at that one.
Okay, okay.
This is my own recipe. I use tomatoes. Maybe when it's already about like half done.
I'm going to learn a lot from Chef Somzi. I'm actually keeping my fingers crossed for that one. But then we're heading to a breaker now, okay? We're just going to take a look at some fun facts. We'll be back in a bit. welcome again to the kitchen on Wake Up Nigeria this morning. Chef Somzi is cooking up a storm. Chill now, chill now. Let us even talk about what we've done so far. Okay, so far so good. Yeah. What have we done? The chicken is ready, by the way, okay? So what have we been doing?
I've been trying to make this stir fry.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is what the pasta is going to go into.
Okay.
I'm going to make that. I added my onion, then my garlic.
Okay.
Then I added the chicken sausage,
okay.
Then the carrots, and now I'm about to add this.
That's the almond
oyster sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, so
oyster sauce.
I'm going to make it.
Okay. So what does it do to the dish?
Do you know this splendid taste? Like, it gives it this seafood kind of taste, and you know.
So it's actually particularly great when you're cooking a fish-based dish. There's actually something about, so when I put oyster sauce into like noodles, for example, it gives it this, well, I call it the oomph, as if I'm eating fish with the noodles.
Yeah, that's the feeling.
Yeah, and then it also, for me, it also enhances the taste of seafood for me. Whenever I'm making seafood, it also enhances.
Sure, whenever you touch, laying your hands on prawns or calamari or all this stuff, you just have to use your...
Goodness, I haven't had calamari in a while. You mentioning it now, and I'm like, I miss it. Okay.
I will probably do that in my next show, but...
Oh, that would be nice. I hope I'm on the show then, because I would love to have
You're not going anywhere yet until I'm done cooking, yeah?
Okay, so the peppers are going next, right? Or which one is going in next?
The one going in next now, we just have to wait for the pasta and a little bit, then this...
Okay, so this is going in after the pasta has been put in.
Has been put in.
So we are just preparing the stir fry before that happens. Okay, so this is not going to take so much time because I know there's need for that crunchy taste.
Yeah, sure.
And then we're putting in the pasta because the water is even boiled. So we're going to put in the pasta. So the pasta balls. Do you put onions in your pasta when you're boiling?
Onion?
Yes.
No.
You don't. So you
most people, traditionally, most people do. But I don't.
Continentally, they don't. You know, our chef is a continental chef. Did I mention he's also an athlete?
Yes.
There are many. You wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool.
So, I watched this. I learned how to use the spoon to measure per portion pasta. So I don't know if all this pasta should enter through it. Then.
Wahala. So this is for portion.
Yeah, that's like per portion. I don't like wasting pasta. Some people don't like pasta.
Okay. Okay, so if you want to apportion when cooking your pasta, this is something you could actually do as taught to us by Chef Somzi. Okay. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We'll take a break because we've reached the top of the hour. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Do stay with us. We'll continue our portioning here.
Welcome back. It's about time for us to have an interesting conversation. We have a young lady who just stepped into the studio looking all glamorous with this beautiful crown on her head. And she was crowned Miss Eco-Teen. I'm talking about Eze Chidalu Angel. She's a passionate environmental advocate and newly crowned Miss Eco-Teen Nigeria. She's also a dancer, gymnast, beauty pageant queen, and actress. And apparently her love for nature and desire to protect it sparked an interest in environmental advocacy. All right, it's great to have you in the studio.
Thank you so much.
All right, so you need to, Miss Eco-Teen, the competition was for young ladies between the age of what and what?
From 14 to 20.
14 to 20, and how old are you now?
I'm 17.
17?
Yes.
Oh, you're honestly, you're poised, you're so poised for a 17-year-old.
Thank you.
I'm so happy that you were able to take the crown, but you need to talk to us about the process. How did it feel going for a pageant? What was the whole selection like? Let us know.
It was really cool. I was so excited because this is something that I wasn't used to. Environmental advocacy is not really a norms. You know, Gen Z people, they don't really think these things are important. So I just saw it on Instagram and I was like, wow, Mommy, I want to go for this. And then she's like, why? I'm like, this is something that will give me a chance to put my opinions out there, to put my voice out there and hopefully make an impact with it. And she was like, okay, go for it if you want to try it. And that's one thing I really love about my mom. She's supportive and I'm a go-getter. When I want to achieve something, I put my mind to it full, 100%. And here I am today.
Yes, here you are. Indeed, but there's a lot that goes into going into a pageant. You know, you have to do photo shoots, plan your outfits, costume, styling. Wasn't that a lot to deal with?
It was really a lot, and especially because at the time, we weren't so prepared for it. It was like something that I just saw on Instagram, and I was like, I want to do it. So I just, I raised funds. I'm a dancer, as I said before, so I teach ballet in schools, and I raised money for my pageant, and my mom also helped me out with it. My family has been a really big support. They are my sponsors. My family members are my sponsors. My auntie in the US, she has been doing a lot for me, and they are watching right now.
Aww.
So my family
Thank you, everyone.
My support system for this whole pageant. Yes.
A big thank you to all your family members that are watching right now. Thanks for tuning in to Wake Up Nigeria. And thanks for supporting her dream. Now, the crown is on your head right now. That was, it's a big leap from just seeing something online to actually applying and then finally winning. Did you expect to win this?
My hopes were just high. And when I won, I cried because I was so happy. Like, God did it for me. Like, I was so happy. I didn't expect to win, but I expected to win. But when I won, it was a big opportunity for me. It was open doors for me because I'm going to represent Nigeria in the international competition.
Wow. Where is that happening?
Hurghada. Yes.
Wow.
And I was so excited. I'm going to do my best and hopefully bring the crown home.
Hopefully, and we're definitely rooting for you from here.
Thank you so much.
But, you know, Miss Echo Teen. The Echo part of it now is a very big deal. I know you've probably started working on a project. You want to tell us what that project's about?
My Eco Series. My Eco Series is just compilation of fun and educational videos telling people about their dangerous actions to the ecosystem and providing simple ways to mitigate it. Although I have an Eco Hero segment where I'll be empowering eco-consciousness in Nigeria because people really ignore these things. They don't. The first problem is ignorance. Once they figure out what the problem is, then they can put a foot forward to solve the problem. So I am enlightening people on their actions so we can work together to make a positive impact. Yes, that's my first pet project.
Okay, your first project. You have a few more in line.
Yes, but I'm still putting it together, so I will not share that.
Okay, no problem, no problem. And of course, your parents have to be really involved in this. For instance, now you're on TV right now. This is a lot of, the only term I can think of is exposure, you know, and there's a lot that comes with that. You're going to be traveling, you're going to be meeting people. Have you received any guidance and tips on this whole aspect of being a public figure?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
So I actually, my family members, as I said before, they have been my support system.
Sure.
They are the ones actually helping me out. And then I have a coach, Coach Naya.
Fantastic.
She's actually the CEO of Miss Eco Teen Nigeria.
Beautiful.
She's the CEO, so she has been coaching me, catwalk, and she's been guiding me through the whole process. So Coach Naya and my family members.
Okay, so telling you, you know, how to speak, how to interact with people, how to network, I guess. Now, any other preparation activities for the international event?
Well, this is not my first pageant, but this is my first international pageant. Beautiful. So I've been preparing by myself on YouTube. I watch videos and prepare myself. I'll just pretend like as if they're asking me the questions and I just answer like, so that's just what I've been doing in my free time. You know, before others can help you, you have to help yourself.
Very true.
So I just be on YouTube in my house and prepare myself. Because that's the only thing I can do, prepare myself mentally.
Okay, well, preparing yourself mentally is very, very important. Keeping yourself centered and grounded is also important. And representing your country, understanding your culture, understanding who you are and what you represent. This country, you represent this country right now as well when you're going abroad. But, you know, we're all rooting for you. We can't wait to see you out there on that stage. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, then. So, yes, Miss Echo Teen is in the building, and that youthful exuberance, you can feel it with me, can't you? Please, of course, check her out on social media and see how you can give her some words of encouragement as she goes on to the international competition. All right, then, let's take a quick break, everyone. There is more. Stay with us.
Fall away. That song is actually quite catchy. Like, I already know the chorus. Nice. One color away. Okay, I'm feeling motivated now with all that good music. So let's see what Oluwatobi Ali would have for us to further motivate me this morning. I should let you know that he is a powerhouse in business and personal transformation. He is an international award-winning capacity development trainer, a revolutionary speaker, and Destiny Codes coach. I'm going to ask him what that means. He equips leaders to unlock their full potential with a track record of innovation and impact. Today on Motivation, we're talking about Business is War Part 2. So good to have you in the studio with us this morning.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, so before we go into war now,
yes.
What is it about Destiny Codes? What's that about?
Okay, so that's a part of me I think is like top secret, but it's a part that is an ability I had just after I turned 40. So I have a gift to be able to tell people what their destiny is like without knowing who they are. Just by asking them 5 questions, I can tell them with accuracy over 40 things about themselves, including the kind of businesses that are best for them, the kind of relationships that are best for them, the gifts they have, even the gifts of the spirit they have. It's a whole lot. I even wrote a book on that. It's almost like, without talking too much, almost like Ifa, but not Ifa in that regard. So you've been coming
every Monday with your sand, and we've not asked you
without sand, I don't need sand for that. Actually, I was my first guinea pig, so I had to use that. I did that for a couple of people abroad in Nigeria, and it's just been awesome. That's one part that I'm sure we'll start exploring at some point.
Destiny Code.
Yes.
So when you see me move like this, you know why. That's me moving away before. too much Nollywood, so to speak. Yeah. But hey, let's talk about Business is War.
Yes.
This is the part 2.
Exactly.
Because I know you began last week talking about it. So continuing from where we stopped last week.
Yeah, so like he said, one call away. So there are 4 people you need to call as co-warriors in the world that is called business if you want to succeed. So many times when people think about business, they always think all they need is an idea. In fact, I've seen a lot of young people, I've seen a lot of people who they're always big on ideas, they're always big on money. But idea plus money, without these 4 other people that you need in your business, you are going to fail, because you can have all the money in the world. There are people who have money in the world and just keep wasting money. There are people who have ideas and the ideas are not going anywhere. But there are 4 strategic people, and where possible, you even need to be one of those ones that you must have either as a partner, as an employee, as an advisor, or as a mentor for you to succeed in business. And the first people that you will need are people that have the information that is needed in your industry. One of the things that people take for granted is the fact that information actually is a currency. Yes. Information is even more important than money. Money without information will lead to disaster. Yeah. But information, even without money, can bring in money.
Yes.
So, for instance, let's even look at some instances. You know, we talk about a lot of things in Nigeria about some of these are billionaires. They say it's the grace of God. Behind all those graces is some information and some of these other guys that you see that happen.
Not even aware of.
So imagine that there are loopholes, you know, in your industry. Imagine that there are opportunities in your industry, even to get funding or to get other stuff, but you don't have any information in that regard. The truth is that in that business you will keep struggling, and you'll be wondering why, you know, things are not going on well. So one of the things I like to say to people is, before you want to partner with a person, especially if you don't have that information, before you want to say, oh, this person is my mentor, you even want to hire a person to join your team, make sure you have one person that has the necessary information that is needed in that your industry, because it's going to come in very handy. That's the first. Those are the first kind of people that you need. The second kind of people that you need is somebody or people who can help you raise capital. Because even if you have money, this is the truth of the matter. Unless you want to be self-employed, your own money will never be enough to take your business to where it's supposed to be.
Wait, self-employed? Because there's a difference between a business
there's a big difference.
And self-employed.
There's a big difference.
So, you know, it's funny that you would mention this, because I've actually always had these thoughts in me, but I've never voiced it.
Yes.
So hearing you say it,
yes,
for a moment I stopped, because I thought I was the one that said it. Yeah. You literally voiced my thoughts.
You know, you mentioned destiny code, so I also have that ability. Sometimes I can pick up people.
I'm still moving.
So the difference between being self-employed and being a business person is, for a self-employed person, you need to constantly be involved in the business. Your money is the money that needs to keep running. But a business is a business that can, I mean, when you say you're a business person, the money, most of the money, in fact, if not 90% of the money, is not even your money. And it doesn't need your involvement every time. So that's something that there are a lot of people that say they are business people, but they're actually just self-employed, right? So you need, the second set of people you need is someone that can help you raise capital. Because every business at every time will require capital. And the higher you go, the higher the kind of person that can help you raise capital. For instance, if you're even in the startup business, you can have a fantastic idea, you can have a fantastic team. But if you don't have someone that can help you raise money or can introduce you to people that will raise money for you, it's going to be a big problem. Most of the so-called billionaires we have in Nigeria had either someone in government, had someone in the private sector, had someone in a bank that could raise money for them. So that is something, those are another set of people that are extremely important.
Don't take that banker friend of yours for granted.
I'm telling you.
He might be stingy, but he could help you raise funds.
Very, very true, very true. Then, you know, the third warriors that you need in your team, which is very important, is someone that has network enough to be able to help you attract the right customers. Because any business that can capture the heart of the customers has won 50% of the battle of business already. So someone that can help you, oh, okay, I belong to this association. This your association, okay, let me give an example. Right, when we pivoted into loans, one of the things that helped, Jawo, was that I don't know anything about agency banking. I don't know anything about that. But we got somebody who had that, know-how. And he also got somebody who had that know-how. Even though, of course, there are also pecs in that, because even in business, which will lead me to the third kind of people that you need. But you need people like that who can help you get customers, get stakeholders that will help your business. They might not even have the money. Thank you. They might not have the money, but they have the network. They have the calls. They know the people they can call, and you start having the kind of customers that you have. And you see this last one, a lot of people take it for granted, but you need it. You need a very good lawyer.
Bro.
A very good lawyer.
So the thing with Nigerians that I've observed is we try to save money on things we shouldn't save money on. You're trying to buy property, you're trying to set up a business, lawyer up. I say this all the time, because you'll be shocked that that percentage that you've given your lawyer could save you a lot.
A whole lot. You see the me you are looking at, I have fought, I'm still fighting, but without a good lawyer, in fact, without a lawyer on your team, you can literally lose your business even to your partners. You can even lose your business to a deal. You can lose your business to a contract. Because these are the guys that have information. These are the guys that know how to protect you. But like I said, not just any lawyer, a good lawyer, one that understands your industry, one that understands what is best for you. Because many times, if you are running business just based on vibes, you say, this guy, I believe him. Yeah, we have done business before. Wait till when you start hitting some volumes. That's when you realize that you need someone who has an understanding of the law to protect you and to protect your business. So you see those 4 people I just mentioned, if you don't have them in your team, if you don't have them as mentors, you don't have them as partners, you don't have them as employees, chances are that you will lose in that business called war.
Wow, I like the way you put it. It's succinctly put. And the reality is all 4 of them are very important.
Yes.
And sometimes you might not have all 4 of them. However, with time, these are contacts you can build as the years go by and as you grow in business.
Very true.
Oluwatobi Ali, thank you so much for your time.
Always a pleasure.
I'm about to ask him for the destiny code. So that one will be off camera so that you don't know what I'm talking about. Let's take a break. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Just stay with us. We'll be right back.
On SME this morning, we have quite an interesting guest in the house. Tolulope Ahmed is a co-founder of My Fund, who set up properties, hostels across campuses, designed for sharing so that users can save towards owning fractions for a lifetime rental income. If you want to be a landlord, this is one way to start. Now, users, especially working class people, earn up to 20% return on investment while they save. It is great to have you. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so what is this, My Fund? What exactly is My Fund?
Okay, so My Fund basically is a fractional property ownership platform in Nigeria. Okay. What we do basically is that we set up properties close to campuses across the country that are designed for sharing so that our users on the platform can save towards owning those properties for a lifetime rental income. So
are you saying that you buy those properties, are they in your portfolio or something, or you use users' funds to, how does the operation work?
So yeah, there's a lot of different processes involved with making those properties available. Okay. So some are bought, some are built, some are partnered, some are with developers. So, but what we make sure we have is that they are available for users to be able to, save towards owning them. So
what is the aim? What is the aim of all of this?
Yeah, excellent. So the aim is to make the middle class thrive again. So according to statistics, there's a lot of, the middle class is disappearing. This age right now, you're either basically rich or poor. Yeah. The middle class is disappearing. So according to a recent statistics, it says that more than 99% of deposits in bank accounts are less than 500,000. Wow. Yeah, so what we're trying to do is to ensure that people can have return on investment that is steady enough for the middle class to begin to actually thrive again.
At the same time, is that would also be solving the housing deficit problem, as it were, because there's still a housing deficit problem in the urban area as it is in Lagos. Okay, but now you have quite a remarkable system of getting this. We are in a country whereby, look, we're not so used to the mortgage style system. People would rather procure. So how has it been so far running this particular system, knowing the kind of challenges we have here as a people? Is this something that people have accepted? Because, trust is one thing, especially when it comes to business like this, and then you are talking, it has to do with some level of trust. Yes. How's the acceptance been? Yeah. You doing business so far?
Yeah, so one of the things that we did was we went out and we actually asked, and we did a good survey to actually find out, if people wanted this. Okay. And it turns out that most of the people that are active on our platform are working class people, retiring class people, and those abroad who would love to actually own things like this. They can't own it where they are, but they can do that, through a platform like ours.
So your platform, how does one onboard on your platform?
Yeah, excellent. So you can actually access My Fund on any of the standard platforms on the Apple App Store, or the Android Play Store, or on our website, myfundmobile.com. And then once users come on board, they can begin to save. And once the funds are big enough, then they can use them to buy properties on the platform, earn the rent on the platform, and then they can transfer that to their bank account.
But now this is something I know normal people who don't trust housing agents, as it were. No seeing an housing agent and all of that, but because of the experiences of some other people, we've had a lot of people who, even from abroad, they've sent money down to build houses and everything, and then you come and find out, oh, this particular, I won't say fund manager, maybe estate manager or whatever. We've had a lot of those situations. Yeah. How do you convince someone who maybe has gone through this or who has heard about this and doesn't want to? How is My Fund? Yeah. How are you building that trust? How can someone trust you?
Exactly. So I tell people a true investment is a combination of assets, liability, and law. Okay. So there is an asset, which is the property, which is a liability to the people living in it. Okay. Then there's a legal system that ensures that the people will continue to pay that rent.
Okay.
So there's a deed of agreement that ensures that whoever is buying, has that piece of control over his property. But in terms of maybe trusts, we have oversight. Yeah, we're registered as an independent financial organization, so we have people that we report to that know our address, So, and then we have a strong, solid asset backing the funds, which is real estate.
Okay, now let's talk about peculiarly. What challenges have you been able to, have you come across, have you been able to overcome doing such a business in Nigeria?
Yeah, so two main bottlenecks that we faced was mostly the tech side and of course the property side. Okay, so the two main bottlenecks. But now we develop, we have the right team that develop all of our tech in-house. So we are very self-contained when it comes to, development. And then for the real estate side, we have a developer also on the team. We actually have several developers. We have a builder on the team, several years of experience. So he handles all site activities. So being able to eventually do these things in-house allowed us to also overcome most of these challenges that can make maybe developers begin to bail on us or things like that. So it has helped us to put a little bit of control over our assets, yes.
All right. Now, as it is there any minimum requirement for somebody to start doing business, to start saving? What are the ranges? What are maybe the cadres available? Is there any minimum requirement of amount that one should do? Are there any checks that you make on people who want to come on board and all of that? Talk to us about that process.
Okay, excellent. So there is a savings wallet or system that allows people who may not currently have the total amount to get into the property system to start saving. So it's a savings platform. So it allows people to actually save.
So there's no minimum entry fee or something?
For the lowest level, there is no minimum. But for the big accounts that does better returns, there's a minimum of 100K for each deposit.
Oh, for each deposit?
For each deposit. But for the properties, I think our smallest units now currently are going for about 5 million.
Okay.
With a good return on investment of yearly rent. So, it's in those levels. But in terms of beginning your journey to becoming a landlord, you can almost start at any...
You can almost start. Now, when you say the smallest is 5 million now, can more than one person own that particular property? Or does it have to be one person? How does it...
People have asked that question. And what we've said is you can own a property together with an account. So you can come together, have a single account to own those properties, and then you can share the rent. So that agreement will be between the people who want to actually own that particular piece of the property.
Right, now, in the scale of things here, is there any point where my fund will, when it comes to collecting the rent, is there any case that my fund is now out of the deal? Maybe after helping them save and procure and everything, does my fund at any point in time take themselves out and then, you can liaise with whatever agents or whatever people you want to do and all of that?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not really. So my fund maintains the property, So allows the people to actually be able to earn the rental income without management worries. That's why it can be done.
So you'll be perpetual maintenance of the property. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Okay. So how does my fund now make the money?
Yeah. So we charge 10% on abrupt withdrawals. For those who probably, people withdraw all the time. Yeah. So we charge on withdrawals. We also earn from the properties themselves. We earn from the sales of properties and also a fraction of the rent that is being earned.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. I just want to, just on the horizon, what is my fund looking at? What's on the horizon? Next 5, next 10 years? How far do you expect to take this?
Yeah, so according to our plans, we see ourselves being one of the major contributors and players in the real estate industry in the next few years.
Okay.
And we're looking at raising a family of at least 1 million financially free families by 2045.
Wonderful.
1 million financially free families by 2045. So that's why we're targeting the middle class. We're raising a family of landlords.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. And this is all of us here wishing you the best and keep up what you're doing. I don't think it's something so easy to do.
Thank you.
But well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, so if you don't mind, we've got breakfast for you.
Okay.
All right? Okay, so please come on.
So as it is, breakfast is served, courtesy Chef Somzi. How you doing?
Fine.
Awesome. Welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you very much.
And it's time for you to dig into the breakfast, which is a special stir-fried pasta. Still in the spirit of celebrating International Chef's Day, which was yesterday. Please dig in. Would like your feedback on how it tastes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Whenever I'm not cooking,
Yeah.
I love singing.
Okay.
Like, if I'm not cooking, I'm singing.
Okay.
Shout out to Slicky.
Okay.
Always got me back in the studio, you know.
Nice.
Recording. Shout out to Big Indo for making it possible.
Nice.
Shout out to all the chefs in Golden Tulip. I love you so much for teaching me what I know. So,
That's nice.
yeah.
Okay, so somebody has a smile on his face. Okay, the smile is turning to a laugh. Okay, so which is it?
This is what they say, carry me reach there.
Baby Debe.
Baby Debe. Okay, Chef Somzi is extra more. All right, thank you so much for that feedback. He instantly translated it, Baby Debe.
Exactly.
Carry me reach there.
Exactly.
Well done.
Oh,
Well
wow.
done, Chef Somzi.
Yes.
Great one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful
Well
time
done.
on the show today. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.